Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. It's Tanisha Way, and we're gonna do things a little bit different. I'm still gonna do more content about food and stuff like that, and some hauls is coming. I know I said it, but today's post is gonna be about finding your purpose with God. All right, finding your purpose with God. And I've been on this different type of journey, and I first started by reading my daily devotional, Unshakable, by Christine Kane. I've been reading this every day. I think I started in August. Since August, it does have day by day, so I'll be finished next August. Next August, because it's for an entire year, everyday devotional. But neither here nor there. It started with that, and like realizing like I need to find my purpose and have my purpose with God's purpose, like aligning my purpose with God's purpose. And we're gonna get onto that. So I'm gonna make sure I do this video really quick, like 10 minutes, and then I'm also gonna do a quick review. We have our first, it's like a zoom of the book we're gonna be reading. And the book we're gonna be reading, you guys, is gonna be called Why, can y'all see it? Why Her? Why Her? 6 Truths We Need to Hear When Measuring Up Leaves of Us Falling Behind, by Nikki, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But I would definitely put the link to buy this book on Amazon below. But we're going to start this book this Thursday. And we have to read the introduction, which is like 4 pages. That's the requirement for this week. So I'm actually doing with this church called the Life Church. I went there to an Aspire event, and they were saying how it was, and it was about purpose, where you are with purpose. Like, you know, it had different levels to it. So the reason why I want to make sure that I'm in my purpose when it comes with God, and I want y'all to understand that you can have multiple purposes, and your purpose can change based on the season that you're in, as well. So I don't want you to think like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the only purpose for me. No. But what I want to start doing is start aligning my purpose with God's purpose. And I think that will help me more in making sure that I'm hitting my goals and that I'm moving towards something. As a Black woman, sometimes we don't have the time or the space to really find your purpose. Sometimes you just have, you have room to do what you need to do to find your job, go to school, start making money to be able to take care of yourself. You don't have a lot of wiggle room for error, if that makes sense, or wiggle room to find your purpose and to be able to be free and have the time when you have to take care of yourself. So I think a lot of times we think our purpose are career-wise, and sometimes it might be the season for your purpose is for your career. But growing up, for me as a Black woman, I went to school. My purpose was to graduate. My purpose was to find a job, to be able to be financially stable on my own. That was my purpose at the time. So not saying that at the time I didn't know anything about purpose, aligning your purpose with God, etc., etc., but I know I didn't have a lot of room to have time to, find my purpose and be able to not be able to take care of myself. So my purpose at that time was to do what I need to do, get this degree, make these coins, and be able to live my life. So now what I want to do is making sure that I'm aligning my purpose with God's purpose, as well as making sure that I am hearing Him all the time. Like, I want to be able to distinguish between my own mind and what I want and God's voice. So that's the whole purpose of this YouTube channel. Well, not channel. Well, this video that I'm going to put up is, I hope it be an open space for other women. You don't have to be Black to be able to express, the need of finding your purpose, or making sure that you're on the right track, or that you're thriving in your purpose. So it's different levels to purposes, and as well as when you're in your purpose, I think sometimes we get the misconstruction, because we are in our purpose, that everything is going to be sunshine. Like, we're not going to have any weathering. Like, the storm ain't going to be storming, even though you're going the direction of your purpose, or you're in your purpose and you live in your purpose. That's not facts. And also knowing what purpose you're supposed to be in. Is this the purpose of, me settling down, having kids, concentrating on my kids, not per se concentrating on, furthering my career? Or, because sometimes we can get stuck in making sure we're moving up the ladder, and then at the end of the day, we don't have room for anything else, or making sure that purpose is not for anything else. I want to make sure that my purposes are aligned with God's purpose. Like whether I moved up the ladder and, is it the purpose for this season is to strengthen my marriage? The purpose of this season is to be still. The purpose of this season is to make sure that I'm putting more energy and time into my family. Like making sure that my purpose is aligned. Making sure that, my purpose is to make sure that, I am in covenant with my future husband, or, making sure that that goes into, marriage, etc., etc. Making sure that we have a severe, great foundation when it comes to moving next and getting married, etc., etc. So that's the whole purpose of this. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys take some things from it. For me, it's all a journey, and I want y'all to get on a ride with me. So I think it's important for me. It's important for me to do things, and I have learned this, to do things by myself sometimes. Or I'm not really by myself because God is with me all the time, but I want to make sure that I'm doing things that's not just enriching me financially, knowledge-based. I want to make sure that my spirit is enriched. I want to make sure that I have a better relationship with God throughout this. It's not just making sure I'm in my purpose. It's the overall connection and strengthen my relationship with God through this journey and other outlets of my life. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you want to get the book, go ahead and get the book. It's called Why Her. Like I stated, I will be having the link below on Amazon to purchase the book, as well as I will be back. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow, letting y'all know, what was talked about, some points, some things I took. I'm gonna take some notes, and that's gonna finish up this video. So this is gonna be like the introduction of, the purpose, finding my purpose with God. And then after this, you will be seeing me give you like some things that was talked about, notes and things I have taken during our first Zoom meeting of reading the introduction pages. I'm going to read the introduction pages tonight so I can be ready for tomorrow and take some notes on my own. And I'm also going to take some notes. I'm also going to get a binder, or not binder, a notebook, so then I can have everything in one place. So I won't have pages everywhere. So I'm excited. I hope you guys join on the journey with me, and I hope you guys take things from it and learn and grow, as well as finding your purpose in life and and understanding that's your purpose. Sometimes we're confused. We're a little confused. Like, is this my purpose? I'm supposed to go here. I'm supposed to go there. Because like I said, a lot of times for me, I'm in that survival mode. Not saying, oh my gosh, I got like survival mode, I got to get this money, I'm broke. No, survival mode is making sure that I sustain my career, making sure I'm growing in my career, I'm financially stable. Like that survival and making sure that you never go without, it's real. Like it's real. So, I want to get out that mode and knowing that God is with me no matter what, and be able to find my purpose and to be able to still thrive, can't get it out, thrive in those areas, but as well thrive in the other areas and going towards my purpose for that season. All right. So I want y'all to join me on this journey. I'll be back tomorrow, let y'all know what was said, some things that I jotted down. And let's grow together. Let's find our purpose together, or purposes together. I don't want you to think you only have one purpose. I think sometimes it's given in that way, like society will, my purpose. But then, they don't really say how they got there, or, whatever the case may be. So this is going to be a little different. I'm going to try to be more direct and not going on and on. But I want y'all to understand that this is something that I'm really trying to do for myself. I'm not trying to, I want to find my purpose to find money, get more money, or I want to be a millionaire, billionaire. Finding my purpose is spiritually, mentally, psychologically, on every single level is needed. It's not just needed on one level. So for me, it spoke to me. So I was like, all right, let's go with it. Let's do it. Don't be afraid to do things out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to do things just for you. Don't be afraid to do things alone, because sometimes when you bring other people in, you depend on them to succeed, if that makes sense, or to make sure you go through. And if they're not there, then you're not there. But I want this to be something that I'm there for myself no matter what. So I hope y'all have a good day. Y'all gonna see me tomorrow with some tips, some things that I learned, that I read upon, and what was said to a certain degree. But welcome to the journey of finding your... Hi, you guys. So I am back. So we're gonna get into the second part of this video. So we had our first Zoom meeting, discussing the introduction, a little bit of chapter 1, because one of the girls had already started reading chapter 1, but most was about introduction of this book as well as introducing ourselves. I will not be talking about people personal experiences or things that's actually talked about, and to also to give respect to them and myself as well, but I will talk about my points of views and things that I read out of the book, etc., etc. So it was a great meetup. We're gonna have another meeting, Zoom meeting, Thursday. We're supposed to read chapters 1 and 2 this week, so I'm going to get into that. But we're first going to get into a couple of things that I highlighted in the book that kind of resonated with me, you guys. So the first thing, this is going to be in the introduction, page 4. It said, and because free women don't need to measure up to anybody, not even her. Okay. Also, something that I highlighted that it resonated with me. I will be the best me. You will be the best you, and she will be the best her. All right. I know I highlighted. Did I highlight something else? Everything I just read was on page 4. We're going on page 3. The enemy scam has convinced you and me to believe the lies of being less than, and maybe it's even seemed like he won. But in this book, I will give you 6 truths that, when applied, can help you set up for a comparison comeback. Listen, when she said that the enemy, like, I think, I'm just going to say this, and the reality is that the world, society will make you feel like, y'all, my hair, will make you feel like, you know, you're not doing enough. You're never going to reach your goals. You're never going to hit your goals, or you have to hit certain things at certain times, or people are always comparing you. Because in life, that's what happens all the time. And even like when you are interviewing for a job, you are being compared to others, etc., etc. So it starts off early on, like you comparing what you have and what somebody else don't have. You don't learn to appreciate what you have, because sometimes we don't realize that a lot of people don't have a fraction of what we have. Okay? Of what we have, because, you know, we're thinking that what we have is nothing, like, oh, it's nothing, it's nothing to be blessed about, it's nothing to talk about, when in actuality it is. It's very important to know that a lot of things that we take granted for every single day, some people are wishing for a fraction of what we have, or praying for a fraction of what we have. And also, you don't have to compare yourself to anyone, but in my mindset, the thing is that if you want something done, or you wanting and needing things in life, like you want in certain areas, you have to work with God with that. You also have to put in work with God with that. I also think that we are very impatient, and I have definitely been a person of that nature, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think we have to learn how to make sure that we're not comparing, and we're not pushing ourselves so far, and that we give ourselves grace and mercy on our journeys, because we're all going to have different journeys, different times, and we're all going to have different experiences. We may have some same experiences, but give yourself some grace and mercy along the ride, along your life, because, you know, we want things so instantly, instant, and when it doesn't happen, it kind of makes us feel like, oh, like we don't deserve it, or that we're less than, because it's not coming so fast. And, you know, everyone has their own experiences, and some people it comes really fast. Some people got to work a little hard. Some people got to break their back. You know what I mean? But we don't really know why everybody's experiences and journeys are different. Everyone has to go through certain things to get to certain places where God wants us to be. And till we realize that and stop worrying about it, we have to realize that, you know, that person has a different journey with God, different lessons to learn, different obstacles to get through. Once we get to that part and realize, not to say we ain't gonna never second guess it anyway, because we are human, but sometimes it makes it a little bit better for you to go through things, because you're knowing, you know, what God is doing in the midst of what you got going on. And not to say you're not gonna not feel less of, or you gonna feel like why somebody else getting it and you're not getting it, or getting the money or the positions or the interviews or the clothes or getting the aesthetics, because you know everything is about aesthetic. Everything on social media is about perfection, and none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. So that's what I got from the introduction. Was a great introduction. It was quick. It was only 4 pages, and I like how it was kind of already setting the tone. Like it was like hit you in the throat, like off jump. Like it humbled me enough to understand. Like, oh my gosh, like you know when you read a book, you read an introduction, you be like, I don't know this for me. No, baby. The first few sentences is for me. It is for me. And I'm glad I'm on this journey. And I hope you guys enjoy this series. Like I said, the book is called Why Her by Nikki. I don't know how to pronounce her name, Lord. Koziak? I'm going to put it actually on the screen, you guys. And I'm going to read something on the back of the book. It says, through 2 striving sisters in the Bible, Nikki uncovers 6 truths we need to hear when trying to measure up and leaves you falling behind. The 6 truths will help you. Stop staring at her success and find satisfaction in yours. Find contentment with your life without being complacent and with who are you becoming. Gain godly wisdom to answer the why her silent question of your soul. Someone will always be ahead, but it doesn't mean you're behind. Because truth, like always, will set us free. And free women don't have to measure up to anybody, not even her. That's just on the baby, that's on the back of the book. And if y'all ain't feel that, baby, I felt that in my spirit. Like I said, the journey is to find my purpose or purposes, because it's never going to be a one-set journey, because like I said before, your purpose can change. It can be altered, different seasons, different weathers, different times of your life. But my goal is to find my purpose with God and align myself with his purpose, and to make sure that I'm able to hear him more and be able to follow, allow him to lead me, not I'm leading God, if that makes sense. And I know that's a word. Like, I want God to lead me, not me leading God. Because, you know, we like to tell God what we want all the time. All the time. But no, I'm on the rule of letting God lead me. Lead me, God. Father God, lead me. Because, baby, I been leading my old self kind of, sort of, and, baby, not to say I haven't hit some milestones, not to say I'm not proud of myself, but what I'm saying is, I want to make sure that this, like, I want the confirmation, I want the lead, I want the grace and mercy, I want to be able to trust God more in the moves and the uncertainties, and be confident in the uncertainty areas, or the areas where, you know, you may not have the best knowledge or experience, and I want God to lead me to where he feels that I will be best. So we're gonna get into that next week. But so Thursday I will be coming back with part 2 of the series. After I read chapter 1, chapter 2, I will take some notes as well as highlight, and I'm going to give y'all a conjunction on that. So join me on Finding My Purpose if you want to go ahead and find your purpose as well. Like I said, I'm going to put the book information below. But y'all, this is an amazing time. I'm glad I'm doing it for myself. I'm glad that it's a different feeling. Because it's like, you know, you not gonna say you get older, but when it's like more of a, I think sometimes when you're in church a lot, you know, you really don't know what it looks like for God to lead you. You hear people talk about it. You don't really know how it is to depend on God solely until you really have to. And then when you really have to, you're like, okay, Lord. And then, you know, sometimes we flip-flop. So my whole goal is to make sure I maintain and grow and learn with God and his word, and understanding his word better, and how I can apply it to my life situations. I just want to be more knowledgeable and understanding. Not to say I'm going to be perfect and I'm going to, I'm following God, and, I'm not going to feel sad, or I'm not going to feel like I'm not accomplished enough, or I'm not going to feel like less than sometimes, because that may happen. But in the midst, I want to be able to go to scriptures or be able to go to God in a different way, in a manner to really talk about my needs and wants, and just getting that reassurance from Him and guidance from Him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick expo. I can ramble all day, but this is definitely going to be good for me. Like I said, I'm going to put the information of the book below. Y'all have a good day. Okay. Also, I think we're supposed to be doing like every other week, but I think we're going to do every week. So I should have a video every week. Like I said, this week we're supposed to read chapters 1 and 2. I already started reading chapter 1. So I should be done with chapter 1 and 2. I'm going to try to be done by Tuesday, so I can take my notes. And we're going to go ahead and get with that. Okay, so now I'm done with that. We're going to do a little snippet. If you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook, I will go ahead and put my Instagram and Facebook information in the link bio below. But I also want you guys to understand that I'm going through a little journey. And also just like not knowing myself, but being authentically me. In a way where I show up as me. And sometimes, we put ourselves in places where it's just not us. And when you realize it's just not you, like it's not you, it's nothing wrong with that. And you're not people like, oh, you weird. You're not weird, and you're not different. You're yourself. Some things are just not for everybody. You grow out of things. You move on. You may see things differently than other people, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I want Black women, I want us to be more empowered in who we are. Alright, y'all, sorry that was my washer going crazy, but I just want Black women to understand that you can be in places and spaces and be yourself, and people are going to know who you are. They're going to see who you are, what you bring to the table, and you're going to embrace it, and you're going to love it because you're able to be yourself. Like, as Black women, we don't really embrace our differences because they're called weird or nerdy. So many names to things these days. In reality, that's you. A lot of people have a lot of things that people think is weird, but in reality, a lot of people have it, and a lot of people hide it because they feel like if they have to be a certain way, look a certain way, dress a certain way, laugh a certain way. Okay. And all I'm gonna say is sometimes culture can push you out of who you are. Or society can push you out of who you are because you are so busy trying to fit in, or they're trying to go with the flow to maintain, just so you can maintain your lifestyle, even if your lifestyle isn't flashy, but just to be able to live and to work, you have to constantly, feel like you have to change yourself for things. And I'm tired of it. I'm actually tired of it. So that's going to be my next journey, a video that will be coming up this week. I don't know what I'm going to call the series. I'm working on that and asking God to guide me, but y'all, a change gotta come. And I want all my Black women to tune in, make comments below, send it to your friends and family, and I want people to know I'm not doing this for money. And if I make money out of it, okay, that's fine, but I'm not doing it for money. I really want to get out that thing. You have to do YouTube for money, or you have to do social media for money. Sometimes you just want to talk about things that you need to talk about that other Black women don't talk about, or we talk about amongst people you really, really cool with. You know what I mean? So I'm loving this journey. I hope you guys join me on these different type of journeys that I'm going on. But in reality, I want to be stronger with Christ and allow Christ to guide me and to find my purpose with God, as well as embrace who I am as a Black woman, all my awkwardness and quirkiness, and to allow Black women spaces to be able to be themselves and to understand that they are enough as who they are, like who you are. Okay, that's it. That's all. Y'all have a good day. Y'all can see me back twice this week, so get ready. Let's go.